I'd love to say that I have a stash of homemade pesto in my freezer, but that would be a lie. In fact, we go through about a tub of pesto a month at my house, making ATK's weeknight pesto meatballs for my daughter. And Jack's here to tell us if brands of pre-made pesto really make a difference.
I hope for your daughter's sake that you have the right brand, because I got to tell you, we tasted 7 brands. 5 of them were awful.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. So you can start, if you want, jumping in.
All right.
The big problem here is either what they leave out or what they add. So in terms of what they leave out, as you know, homemade pesto has very few ingredients. Basil, pine nuts, garlic, Parmesan or Pecorino Romano, and olive oil. We tasted brands that had no garlic, brands that had no cheese, brands that put cashew nuts in place of the pine nuts. The core ingredients are missing from most of the brands. That's a huge problem. And then in terms of what they add, most of these are shelf stable. They're in jars, so they need preservatives. So they add all kinds of acids. Citric acid, lactic acid, which makes it sour. You do not want a sour pesto. Also, weird ingredients like spinach. It may keep it green, but then it tastes like lawn clippings because old spinach doesn't taste very good. Yeast extract, potato flakes, all kinds of things to keep it from separating, but it ruins the texture. The interesting thing here was that we immediately could figure out why the winner won. First of all, it had all the key ingredients, no weird ingredients, and it's refrigerated, so they don't need the preservatives.
Aha.
And so none of those sour flavors that came from all the brands that had lots of preservatives. So I've set this up so that you have to get this one right, Julia.
You did. There's no room for error in this one.
There is no room for error. Anything that you are immediately being drawn to or drawn away from?
This one was downright awful.
Okay.
It was harsh, it was vinegary, it was acidic. It didn't taste like pesto at all. Now, I heard you mention spinach earlier. This one almost tastes like spinach dip to me. It doesn't taste bad, but it doesn't taste like pesto.
Right.
Now, these two are interesting. They're not great pestos, but they're not terrible either. I think this is the one I actually use at home. I'm pretty sure it has that very creamy consistency. I can see it would coat pasta nicely.
Okay.
This one is not bad. It's a little greasy, it's separated, it's missing some flavor characteristics, but I wouldn't throw it out.
Okay. All right. Do you want to start with what you didn't like?
Yeah. Let's
right.
start with this guy.
And this was the loser. This is Bellino. We pretty much hated this pesto.
Yeah.
It's really acidic, has a lot of preservatives in it, acids in it, and it just basically tastes sour and old.
This guy.
This was, believe it or not, in 3rd place, but 3rd place was not very good. We did not recommend this. It's Barilla. It has spinach in it.
Oh, you can taste it.
And you can taste the spinach. If you're expecting that hit of basil and you don't get it, you're disappointed.
This one.
Was our runner-up. So this is one we were divided about. It's a brand called Seggiano, comes from Italy. It's almost $12 for that jar.
Wow.
And there's no garlic and there's no cheese. And so in the end, a lot of our tasters felt like if you've got to add your own cheese, you've lost a lot of the convenience.
Gotcha.
Which brings us to the winner, Julia.
Ah, so this is the one I do use.
Yeah, this is Buitoni. It's refrigerated. It has all of the key ingredients that are supposed to be in pesto, none of the weird ingredients that some of these other brands had. It's not like fresh homemade pesto.
Nope, it's not.
You're not going to taste it and be like, oh, it just came from the garden. But it tastes like basil and cheese and garlic and nuts and olive oil.
So there you have it. If you find yourself in need of buying some pre-made pesto at the supermarket, look for Buitoni pesto in the refrigerated section. Thanks for watching America's Test Kitchen. What'd you think?
Well, leave a comment and let us know which recipes you're excited to make, or you can just say hello.
You can find links to today's recipes and reviews in the video description.
And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
See you later.
I'll see you later.